Today I will show you my new Barbarian builds for PvE activities with some of the new essences. I was going to show new PvP builds too, but I couldn't find the new head essence yet, so we are going to make a separate video for that when I get the essence. By the way, if you don't have the new essences yet, you can use the old build I showed like a month ago. I will link that in the description too. So for the first dungeon build I am using Chain Spear, Sunder, Wrath of Berserker, Sprint and Frenzy. For the set items we have 2-piece Vitus, 2-piece Banquet and 2-piece Shalbaz. And for the legendary items we have Lust in Hate, Heart Hook, Nature's Temper, Scale Sunder, Lunatic Twin, Falling Thunder, Riddle Rue and Broken Soul. I recommend you to use this build when you are doing dungeons with a party, and you can use the second build I am going to show you when you are doing solo dungeons. And as you can see we are using 2 new essences with this build. One of them is Heart Hook and the other one is Falling Thunder. First let's check out the Heart Hook. Chain Spear now throws a piercing spear dealing damage to all enemies it passes through and applying a stacking bleed. And when we check out the Falling Thunder, Wrath of Berserker also engages you when you are near a bleeding enemy, increasing the damage you deal by 28.5%. And as you can understand, these essences works together perfectly. Now let's check out our second build for dungeons. On the second build we don't use Chain Spear, instead of that we have Ground Stomp. And we still have Sunder, Wrath of Berserker, Sprint, and this time we are using Lacerate as our primary attack skill. And for the set items we are using 4 pieces of Vitus and 2 pieces of Banquet. And with this setup we can activate our 4-piece Vitus effect almost all the time. That's why it's a really good build for solo dungeons. Now let's take a look at our legendary items. We have Brace of Ancestors, Broken Ire, Nature's Temper, Dauntless Temper, Rending Bite, Falling Thunder, Ardent Fervor, and Sunder Legacy. And we are using the new Falling Sword essence on this build as well, and we are getting the bleed effect from Lacerate thanks to the Rending Bite essence. And if you don't have enough beneficial effects duration bonuses or any awakening spots for Wrath of Berserker, you can always use Lust in Hate headpiece to increase the duration of Wrath of Berserker. And these are the 2 dungeon builds I use. Now let's talk about the farm builds. For the first one we have Whirlwind, Ground Stomp, Wrath of Berserker, Sprint and Frenzy. And for the set items I am using 2-piece Grace, 2-piece Urge and 2-piece Banquet. And for the legendaries I have Second Breed, Ferocious Gale, Hell's Legacy, Dauntless Temper, Bitter Wind, Sunder Legacy, Riddle Rue and Oncoming Brutality. Well, with any of the Barbarian farm builds, all you have to do is just run around and use your Whirlwind. And there is nothing much to talk about it. Now let's check out the second build. And for the second farm build we are still using the same skills. By the way, I'm using the first build I showed you when I'm open world farming, but I think this second build can be better for especially low resilience players. For the set items we are using 4 pieces of Grace and 2 pieces of Urge, and for the legendary items once again we have Second Breed, Ferocious Gale, Ox Horns, Dauntless Temper, Bitter Wind, Sunder Legacy, Riddle Rue and Falling Thunder. And as you can see we have this new Shoulders essence and the new Offhand. And Shoulders gives us the bleed effect to make this Falling Thunder essence work. And once again all you have to do is run around and use your Whirlwind skill when you get close to the monsters. Other than that, use your Treasure Hunter Paragon tree when you are farming to get more scraps and dusts. And for the point distribution, max out your damage, armor pen and potency. After that you can max out your armor or life. And try to get beneficial effects duration increase buffs for your legendary items. That's really important for any Barbarian build. I think that's all I can say about Barbarian PVE builds. This one was kinda different than my normal build guides, so let me know if you liked it, and please let me know if you have suggestions or questions. Thanks for listening and take care.